This is a big day for Jacob.
Come on guys, we gotta leave in a few minutes.
Coming.
He and his sister Hannah are preparing for the first day of the new school year.
Thanks, Mom.
Mom has the lunches packed, and with backpacks in tow, she sees them off to what would no doubt be the perfect start to a great school year. There's one catch. To arrive at school in one piece, they must traverse Edmond's morning rush hour traffic. Fortunately, there are numerous people within Edmond's school system, police department, and planning offices working to keep Jacob and Hannah safe.
What we're trying to do here is we've got basically three different things. We've got the in-pavement lights, we've got the driver feedback signs, and we have the pedestrian countdown signals. All three of those are items that we're trying to get installed at all of our school zones.
The first of these three items is an in-pavement lighting system. Edmond is the first city in America to install lighting within the road itself in many of its school zones. The lights are bright LEDs, making it virtually impossible for drivers to overlook the zones.
They are successful because it enforces the fact that the school zone is active. Sometimes folks miss the signs at the end of the school zones that are flashing, but the lights that are strobing in the street bring people's attention that the school zone is active and they need to be careful as far as speed and watching for pedestrian traffic.
In conjunction with these lights are driver feedback signs posted at strategic locations within many of Edmond's school zones.
Basically what it is, it's a sign that's mounted on the side of the road, and inside the sign there's a radar device that will clock the vehicle's speed as they're approaching the school zone, and it flashes their speed on a screen to let motorists know how fast they're traveling as they're entering the school zone. So we've got that at several locations, and we're going to be putting those up more and more as part of our school zone safety projects.
As Jacob and Hannah prepare to cross busy intersections, there is another device aimed to make things safer, a pedestrian countdown signal. It actually counts down how many seconds remain before it's no longer safe to cross a street. These are being installed at most school zone crossings and take the guesswork out of crossing the street safely. Most elementary schools utilize traditional crossing guards as well. Another safety consideration is the actual route Jacob and Hannah must travel from their neighborhood to their school. Planners have addressed this through a safe walk-to-school sidewalk project.
There was $2 million. And with that $2 million, the City of Edmond constructed about 14 miles of sidewalks. Many of them were on the section line roads, like Kelly or Danforth, those kind of areas. But many of them were in the neighborhoods too, where we found kids having to walk in the streets on their way to school instead of up on a sidewalk. We tried to look anywhere within about 2 miles of where a school might be and look for pedestrian traffic and put sidewalks in where we could.
In addition to all these measures, there is another component aimed at keeping the traffic in check. The Edmond Police Department.
During the actual school year, we have what's called directed patrol for the school zones, where an officer will be assigned to a particular school zone on an as-need basis, and this is regarding complaints of speeding and unsafe driving practices, and we'll assign an officer to that particular school for the duration of the school zone time.
For many students, the walk to school is a ride.
What's up, buddy?
5,000 Edmond kids ride the bus each day, and much like school zones, motorists must be cautious at school bus stops.
When the school bus driver is supposed to activate their amber warning lights 100 to 300 feet before they get to the bus stop, and that's tells drivers that, hey, we're getting ready to make a bus stop, either to pick up or drop off. If a driver's not looking, then the bus stops and turn the reds, and then people just go by them. That's at least daily we have that happen.
School officials recommend motorists stop when the yellow lights on the bus begin flashing. For kids riding the bus, it's important to stay at least 10 feet away from the vehicles until it's time to board. Always cross the street in front of the bus, never behind, and always remain seated when the bus is traveling. As Jacob and Hannah and thousands of other Edmond kids make their daily trips to and from school this year, numerous measures are in place to make sure they stay safe. Of course, the greatest precautions of all are safe drivers.
I don't think there's anyone out there who wants to put students in danger, but if you're not paying attention to the lights on the back of a school bus and not slowing down, or to the lights in the school zone or to the times, you're putting kids in danger if you don't slow down and take extra precaution.
In Edmond, children's safety is paramount. Check out the recent Edmond Traffic and Transportation Guide for more details on how the city is working to ensure its residents and their families remain safe. To learn more about City of Edmond community programs, visit edmondok.com.